Welcome back everyone. Today I'm doing my video review on Ankr. So big thank you to Joe Mike, who is the one who recommended this one. He wanted me to cover this one, so I am. Again, if you want me to cover your cryptocurrency, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get to it. I'm already making a list, a Google Docs sheets of it, and I've got everyone who's commented on it, and I'll definitely be covering your cryptocurrency. So comment below, let me know what you want me to cover, and I'll definitely get around to it because I am all out of ideas when it comes to which cryptos to cover. Let's cover Ankr. We'll cover Ankr against its American dollar, so it's USD. We'll cover against its BTC and its Ethereum. It's very, very important that we compare these coins to Ethereum and Bitcoin to see how strong they are during these times. These are very, very good times to see how your cryptocurrency is doing against the Bitcoin and Ethereum, because Bitcoin and Ethereum are very, very good at cryptos, especially during these times. So if an altcoin is able to outperform them during these times, that signals something very special. So it's very, very important that you watch those parts, not just the price predictions, because a lot of people just look at the price predictions, they move on. Comparing your coin to Bitcoin and Ethereum are the most important parts of the video. So try to stick through, and I'll try to get through the content as quickly as I can. So let's cover Ankr against its USD value first. So we've got this trend here. A few things I'm noticing off the bat. Good news, sort of, for Ankr is that we did get an all-time high, or close to an all-time high, on the 27th of November. It's been a while since I've been able to say that, because in fact most cryptocurrencies have actually done very, very well in the first half, and then they dropped off and they kind of got a little bit halfway-ish and continue to drop below. You want your cryptocurrencies to always aiming for all-time highs. If they're not having volume, if they're not getting picked up, if they're not doing very good in a bull run, you need to drop them and get for something that's really, really strong. It's exactly like, you know, picking a strong horse, or if you watch MMA, you want to pick your good fighters. You want to pick the guys who are winning in fights. Are you going to keep throwing your money at the guy who's losing all the fights in the ring? No, you're not. You're going to say, this guy's weak, I'm going to go for someone stronger. It's the same thing with your cryptos. So good news, at least for Ankr, is that it was able to get to an all-time high on the 27th of November. It got hit very, very hard and just pretty much lost almost all its value within a couple of days. This is cryptocurrency land. This is what happens. And that's exactly what happened to Ankr. We had the June and July low. So most cryptocurrencies bottomed out around that time. And at least we were able to find support on it. So if you watch my channel, you know how much I talk about cryptocurrencies at a bare minimum have to find support at the low that they put in mid last year. If they broke through that support, so Litecoin, EOS, ADA, they broke through the support they did mid last year. Ankr at least did find support on it and was able to push up. Bad news though is that we are still definitely below our major 50% tool, which you can see here at just over 13 cents right here on the right side. Now, you want to see your cryptos at the strong half of the retracement tool, so that would be in this white area. Michael Bazzino talks about it a lot. Jason Bazzino talk a lot about it, and I found a lot of success in my own trading and investing myself as well. So you really want your cryptos to be there. It's obviously broken down. It's broken down quite heavily. But we do have some good news, and that is that we have some higher lows forming. So if I really extend here on my fib extension tool, you can see support came in at the 618 mark. We were able to continuously find higher highs. So you can see higher high, a bit of a pullback, higher high, a bit of a pullback. So what are you noticing? When it pulls back, it's not pulling back as hard. It's gaining a little bit of momentum. That is good news. And if you actually look at the volume here, you can see high volume again on the 6th, 7th, 8th, on the 10th, high sell-off day, but the bar was quite a narrow spread. And then you had again 11, 12, 13, 14, basically not much sale happening, which means that there's probably no supply, meaning no one wants to sell their Ankr. So you're going to see higher prices relatively soon. It managed to blow past its 618 mark, and then it was able to find support on the 50, and then it was able to blow past the 50 on the 382, pulled back again on the 50, back again for the 382, pulled back, finding support on the 382. So do you see how we're not really breaking through the zones continuously, finding support on the next level? We're finding support on the higher level. See, therefore, higher high. Price predictions. Okay, I'm going to approach this from a trading point of view, because I would not be holding this in terms of investing. If I was holding on to this coin for just a couple of days, my two profit targets would be at the yellow horizontal bar there and the green horizontal bar there. Price targets that I'll be taking if I was trading this would be 83 cents and 91 cents respectively. So yellow being the 83 cents, green being the 91 cents. So that's how I would take my profits. There's always the chance it blows past it, but that is just trading. If just general information, if you're one of the people who are holding on this coin, you want to know what the coin's going to do in the long term, and you're investing in it, this is definitely a very, very clear resistance area. That right there, you can see how many times it has found resistance at the 11 cent, almost 12 cent mark. It really, really struggled to push through there. If you can push through that, that would really signal that the game is on, and we might be going for the major 50% at 13 cents. And then after that, we have another slight resistance right here. So that would be a lot, all this chunk here. Once we blow past 14 cents, then we're probably going for the all-time high, and you probably can get it there. So the problem is I can't tell you when that's going to happen because we have broken down a lot. We are heavily down below. So this is why it is very good idea to compare your cryptos to Ethereum and compare them to Bitcoin, which is what we're going to do now to see how strong it is in the short and long term. So let's have a look at Ankr against Ethereum. So if you're familiar with my channel, I do this every video. So you can see here, Ethereum, I ping it to Ethereum value, and all of these are pinged to Ethereum value. Why Ethereum? Because Ethereum is a beast. If you don't like Ethereum, that's up to you. But in terms of an investment asset, it's pretty damn good. So I compare all these coins to Ethereum. At a bare minimum, I want you to be able to outperform Ethereum. If I'm looking at crypto, they need to outperform Ethereum. Algo underperform to Ethereum. Look at that bright red all around the everywhere. I'd be staying away from. It's not to say always will be like this. It can always change. Things can start, momentum can come, volume can come, you know, investments can come, whatever. It can always change. These are, you know, trading assets. Things can change. But if we have a look at Ankr, let's have a look at Ankr. We can see here. So Ankr is at rank 116 according to Coin Codex, and you can see almost full red up beyond it. Now the good news is that it's not that far down. So year to date, we're down 30%, which is a big number, but everywhere else, 1 year only down almost 2%, 6 months down almost 6%, 3 months outperformed Ethereum by 3.79%, 1 month outperformed Ethereum by 1.35%, 7 days underperformed to Ethereum by 2.71%, 24 hours underperformed by Ethereum by 0.3%, but I'm pretty sure this will probably tick over. So we'll have a look at now the charts against its Ethereum value. So here we have Ankr against Ethereum. So under the 50% mark, that was the big crash on November 27th, wasn't able to get back up it. Good news, there was a low on November 24th and was able to find some higher highs here. There is a bit of missing data here, so it's, you know, missing a few things. Higher highs coming against Ethereum. There's your pullback, and this is really why I say the next couple of days could be a very good short-term trade, because we are having the pullback against Ethereum. So 786 mark finding support at the moment. So that would be this area here. If we do, we should be able to bounce off it and get to higher highs, and again, push through these resistance zones in this fib extension tool here and start aiming for it. This is, again, if you're thinking more investing. If you're just trading, you don't really care that much about outperforming Ethereum that much. So that's what I'm looking at for the time being against Ethereum. Now let's have a look at Bitcoin. If we look at Ankr against Bitcoin, you can see looking very similar to the Ethereum chart, slightly better because Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin generally, but we can already see, and again, higher highs. There's your pullback and finding support on the 50% extension tool. So what I want from Ankr at the moment, I want Ankr to push through the 50%, go to the 382, and then start going for the 236 mark. But I expect it to be heavy resistance there again. And this is why it's important to take your profits, because you never know when resistance can start creeping up on you and hitting you hard on it. So in a nutshell, Ankr, I wouldn't be holding this thing long term. I think that we could have some up days in the near future. It looks very good in terms of higher lows forming. Looks like it might be ready for a bit of a run, but I don't think anything massive will come for it. Again, short-term trade, long-term, I wouldn't be holding this thing. If you were holding this thing long-term and you wanted to hold on to this long-term, those are my zones that I'd be looking at. So that red zone here and about there at around 16.5 cents. And then we can really start going for the leg up. But I can't tell you when, because all of these high highs, all these all-time highs require Bitcoin to go off. So that's the unfortunate part of investing into alts that have broken down completely. You're at the mercy of Bitcoin, hoping for it to go off before you can start to really make some ground here. So I hope this video helped. If it did, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Again, put your crypto recommendations below. I need a list. I'm making a list. So I want to make that list extremely long, so I've got weeks and months of content ready to go. Stay safe, everyone out there, and I will see you on the next video.